Did you know that Svalbard, a Norwegian archipelago, is nestled between Norway and the North Pole? This icy landmass, home to a kaleidoscope of unique experiences, is a testament to human resilience and adaptability. At the heart of this archipelago lies its capital, Longyearbyen, named after its founder, John Munro Longyear. Svalbard's geographical positioning is nothing short of extraordinary, offering a life quite unlike anywhere else on Earth. Imagine a place where the sun does not set for 4 continuous months, from April to August, bathing the land in perpetual daylight. Conversely, the remaining months plunge the archipelago into a long, unbroken night. This is the remarkable reality of life in Svalbard, a place where the conventional rules of time seem to hold little sway. But that's not all. This land between Norway and the North Pole is also home to a diverse range of vegetation and wildlife, despite its challenging conditions, making it a haven for nature enthusiasts. Now, isn't that an intriguing way to start our exploration of Svalbard? Imagine living in a place where the sun doesn't set for 4 months. Now let's journey to the remote archipelago of Svalbard, where this is a reality. This Norwegian territory, nestled between Norway and the North Pole, experiences a natural phenomenon known as the midnight sun. From April to August, the sun doesn't set at all, bathing the island in continuous daylight for 4 straight months. Now you might be thinking, how do people adjust to this perpetual daylight? Interestingly, the inhabitants of Svalbard have adapted their routines to suit this unique environment. They engage in outdoor activities like hiking and kayaking, taking full advantage of the relentless sunlight. Indeed, the midnight sun is not just a fascinating spectacle, but also a way of life for the people of Svalbard. But what happens when the tables turn? As the midnight sun fades, another extraordinary event takes place. The polar night descends on the islands from October to February. During this period, the sun doesn't rise above the horizon, and the archipelago plunges into months of darkness. But don't think for a moment that life in Svalbard comes to a standstill. The polar night is illuminated by the ethereal glow of the northern lights, creating a mesmerizing spectacle. The residents once again adapt their lives to this change, with snowmobiles replacing boats and stars replacing the sun. This cycle of perpetual daylight and darkness is one of the defining features of life in Svalbard. It shapes the lives of its residents, from their daily routines to their recreational activities. It also offers a unique perspective on time, where traditional concepts of day and night are turned upside down. So whether you're a night owl or an early bird, Svalbard has something to offer. From the endless days of the midnight sun to the starlit darkness of the polar night, this remote archipelago presents a unique blend of natural wonders. In Svalbard, you'll never have to worry about missing a sunrise or sunset for months at a time. In Svalbard, cats are banned, but carrying weapons is common. Surprised? Let me explain. This unique law is in place to protect the indigenous wildlife from our feline friends, who are known to be natural hunters. The archipelago is home to a diverse range of species, and the introduction of cats could pose a significant threat to this delicate ecosystem. But there's a curious exception to this rule. A cat named Keisha, who became somewhat of a celebrity in these parts. Keisha's story is a testament to the power of individualism in a place where rules are dictated by nature's harsh realities. Now you might be wondering about the weapons. Aren't they a threat to wildlife? Here's where things get interesting. Weapons are not carried to threaten wildlife, but for protection against one of the most majestic creatures of the Arctic, the polar bear. Svalbard's residents coexist with these magnificent beasts, and carrying a weapon is a necessary precaution, not an invitation for conflict. It's a respect for the power and unpredictability of nature that drives this practice. In this land of snow and ice, the rules are as unique as the landscape itself. Cats, despite their charm, pose a threat to the balance of wildlife, while weapons, typically seen as a danger, become a tool for survival. It's a delicate dance between man, beast, and nature that plays out every day in Svalbard. So, while you won't find any feline friends here, you might just spot a polar bear. What if I told you that in Svalbard, buildings are built on stilts? Now, you might be picturing a coastal town with homes hovering over the water, but in this case, the stilts serve a different purpose entirely. You see, in Longyearbyen, the capital of Svalbard, the ground is not as stable as you might find in your hometown. The land is actually composed of permafrost, a layer of soil, rock, or sediment that remains frozen throughout the year. Building directly on this permafrost would lead to a whole host of problems. Any heat from the building would cause the permafrost to thaw, leading to unstable foundations and potential structural collapse. So, to combat this, the clever inhabitants of Longyearbyen developed a unique solution. They build their buildings on stilts. By raising the structures off the ground, they prevent any warmth from seeping into the permafrost below, ensuring the ground stays frozen and the buildings stay upright. But the architectural quirks of Longyearbyen don't end there. When you enter any building in Svalbard, you're expected to do something a bit out of the ordinary. You need to remove your shoes. Now, to some this might seem a bit peculiar, but there is a practical reason behind it. The weather in Svalbard can be harsh and unpredictable, often leading to muddy and snowy conditions. By leaving your shoes at the door, you help to keep the interiors of homes and businesses clean and dry. So if you're planning a trip to this intriguing town, be prepared to balance on stilts and slip off your shoes. And remember, these are not just quirky local traditions, they are adaptations necessary for survival in a landscape that is as beautiful as it is challenging. Living in Svalbard certainly requires adapting to some unique customs. Svalbard is home to the world's largest secure seed storage, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Nestled in the snowy expanses of the archipelago, this vault is like no other. A beacon of hope against the backdrop of a stark and icy landscape, it holds within its walls the key to the future of our food. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault is essentially a massive safety deposit box for seeds. Its purpose? To safeguard the genetic diversity of our crops. In a world where climate change, disease, and pests pose threats to our food supply, this vault is an insurance policy. It ensures that, no matter what happens, we have a backup of the seeds that feed the world. The vault is a marvel not just in its purpose, but also in its design. Built deep into a mountain, it can withstand even the most extreme events, including nuclear war. The permafrost and thick rock ensure that the seeds remain frozen, even without power. The vault can hold up to 2.5 million different seed samples, making it the most diverse collection of crops in the world. But why Svalbard, you might wonder? Well, the location was chosen for its remoteness and the stability of the permafrost. Also, the archipelago's unique legal status allows the seeds to be stored without political interference. These seeds are the legacy we leave for future generations. They hold the potential to adapt and thrive in changing conditions. They are our hope for a resilient and sustainable food system. So, while life in Svalbard may seem far removed from the agricultural fields, the work done here is deeply connected to the world's dinner plates. In the icy terrains of Svalbard lies a vault that might just save the future of our food. Despite its remote location, Svalbard boasts a diverse population. This Norwegian archipelago, although under the governance of Norway, is far from being a homogeneous society. Instead, it presents an intriguing mosaic of various nationalities, cultures, and backgrounds. The governance of Svalbard is a fascinating study in itself. While it is under Norwegian sovereignty, it's also subject to the Svalbard Treaty of 1920. This international agreement allows citizens of signatory countries to reside, set up businesses, and exploit natural resources in Svalbard. As such, the archipelago is a melting pot of people from all corners of the world, each bringing their own unique culture, language, and traditions. In this northernmost town, you might meet a Thai chef, a Russian coal miner, a Filipino shopkeeper, or a Norwegian scientist. Each person has their own tale of how they ended up in this remote part of the world, contributing to the rich tapestry of life in Svalbard. Interestingly, despite being governed by Norway, Svalbard is not part of the Schengen area, the European zone that allows free movement across borders. This means that no visa is required to enter Svalbard. Anyone from anywhere in the world can visit or live in this unique place, adding to its diverse demographics. This open-door policy, combined with the archipelago's unique features and opportunities, has led to a steady increase in population over the years. People are drawn to Svalbard for various reasons, whether it's the allure of the pristine Arctic wilderness, the prospect of scientific research, or the thrill of living in a place where the sun doesn't set for 4 months. So, if you're looking for a unique adventure, Svalbard might just be the place for you. With its diverse population, fascinating governance, and the freedom to enter without a visa, this remote archipelago offers a truly unique living experience. Who knows, you might find yourself becoming part of the diverse tapestry that makes up the population of Svalbard.